Hello, lover girls, lover boys, and other, whatever you identify as. Happy new moon. It's a new moon in Pisces. Today is March 18th, and I'm here to talk about this next month cycle, which the new moon is predictive of. So we'll look at the chart, we'll see what's popping in the sky, and I'm going to do my best to make it brief and just hit the main points that I think are most relevant. So I hope everyone's been well since the last new moon. Our last new moon was a solar eclipse in Aquarius. So I don't know about you, but I feel like a new person. I think thinking back like over a month ago, when I recorded the last video, I don't feel the same. Like that was a different me, which I'm totally cool with. And I hope you are too. Especially if you have Aquarius placements, you are likely feeling a little bit brand new. You may be getting used to it, like you're a bird who just hatched and you're using your new wings and you're kind of like getting the hang of it, like, oh, these are what my wings are like and what they're capable of. And actually, we don't even know what we're capable of at this point. So that could be my Aquarius placement friends, but that could also be anyone. Eclipse seasons bring change for everyone, and it could be very personal for you, Aquarius or not. So here we are. Thank goodness eclipse season's over. Wow, it's always a rush. It's always a wild ride. Um, I had a lot of deaths in my sphere. No one personal to me, but it's pretty gnarly when like people are dropping like flies, and you're like, oh gosh, it's that kind of eclipse season. People and dogs, because I'm a pet sitter, so I had some puppies pass away too, which is sorry to go sad and dark all of a sudden, but that's what can happen. Um, the death, though, brings space and a clearing for something new. So, it, no matter how hard it is, there's always an opening that comes about after something ends. So, that could be a physical person or dog, that could be a stage in your life, a chapter in your life, whatever. I digress. So, this Pisces new moon, by the way, I'm holding a microphone. It's kind of like I thought I could maybe hold it below the surface, and it's not happening that way. Just pretend. Just pretend. It's not there. So, I'm looking at the chart right now. We have the sun and moon at 28 degrees Pisces. And the exact aspect that is happening with the sun and moon is a sextile to Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is about to leave Taurus. It's been there for quite some time, I think around a decade. And why I'm like thinking I'm wrong, but it's been there a few years. Um, by the way, Mercury is retrograde as I'm recording this. Mercury retrograde is very strong in this chart, so all the little Mercury retrograde things are happening, the delays, the miscommunications, the unclear thinking and communication. So bear with me and bear with this next month for yourself, because there is a very strong signature for Mercury in Gatorade, as they say. So this sextile to Uranus is really strong. And I think this looks like, for a lot of people, some kind of breakdown. It could be a big breakdown, it could be lots of little breakdowns. But I think combined with the Mercury retrograde energy, there's things that are a little bit inconveniently broken down or misplaced or not working. And we're fighting through that and finding ways to make it better or just and upgrade our systems, our technology, our whatever is a weak point that is allowing that breakdown to happen. This Uranus aspect could also bring some epiphanies, some pivots, some change that you were not expecting. Um, Ultimately, most likely for your higher good. Not everyone loves change, but this change is bringing something that is much needed and refreshing, and ideally bringing an upgrade into your sphere. So that's a really strong energy, breakdown to breakthrough for this new moon and this next cycle. Backtracking to Mercury. Mercury is at 8 degrees Pisces, conjunct the North Node in retrograde. The North Node brings increase. It is an area that adds, and it also has to do with our direction that we're going in life. So, Mercury in the North Node is a very strong north facing compass of this mercurial and this retrograde energy. What that might look like is the past really coming back strong. And this time, maybe you're doing it differently or better or just retrying something that was a really strong part of your life in the past. Um, Mercury is about thinking and ultimately like the mental aspect of planning. So, this is a pretty heady, I think, new moon and new cycle where we're really, really thinking and bringing these thoughts that existed in the past, bringing these actions that we were taking in the past, and figuring out how to fit them in and move them forward in a way that is fresh and upgraded. The past energy is strong. I'm really feeling like the past life energy is strong. Like maybe you're contemplating your past lives, and that could be like if you believe that our soul bridges multiple lifetimes, it could be that kind of past life. It could also be who you were in the past and who you were in your past life, and bringing that forward in a way that actually works with your new reality and where you are now and what you've learned and overcome. So, very strong Mercury signature this new moon. We also have Mars co-present in Pisces as well. So we have the Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, and the North Node all in Pisces. And um, this is a wrapping up, I think, of the nodes moving through Pisces and Virgo in this last year and a half, coming up on a year and a half. So everything that's been going on for you in this last year, I've talked about this in other videos, the Pisces Virgo axis and what that represents in our lives. Basically, this last year, and what we've been asked to individually surrender to learn how to go with the flow with, to tap in more spiritually, all these things that we've been called towards in this past year, to move towards in this Pisces direction, I think are really wrapping up in this moon cycle. Like, it's not over until the nodes move out of Pisces and Virgo, but I do think this month brings a lot of bringing this loop around what started a year ago and what is really taking off now, especially in regards to Pisces themes. I'm thinking spirituality, surrender, even your creativity, your flow state, whatever gets you in a flow state, and what you've been focused on in this last year. This month is a month to really, I don't want to limit it to wrapping it up, but I do think like this is a significant month for whatever's been going on in these Piscean themes, in these Piscean waters, if you will. So that's a strong vibe. The Mars co-present, I think, is showing action and initiative. So whatever we're bringing from the past, whatever we're completing, whatever we are um, channeling in our flow state, I think this is the time to take action around it. I really do. I think Mars is saying, like, there is energy here, there is flow state that's possible here. You just have to show up. And I know for me, I'm fighting sleepiness. Sleepy is a Piscean theme. Like, what's stopping me from showing up a little bit is just wanting to rest and nap, which, is okay in balance. But you know, notice where you're sabotaging and getting in your own way when there really is space to take action, even if you're talking yourself out of it right now. Yeah. After this Mercury retrograde ends, all the planets are forward facing, which doesn't happen that often. Usually there's some one off planet that's retrograde. So there's a really beautiful forward moving energy that we don't always have available in this next month. So I really think action is our friend, especially inspired and channeled action given the Mars and Pisces. Mars is also making its way towards a trine with Jupiter in Cancer. Mars is at 12 degrees at the time of this new moon, and Jupiter is at 15 degrees. So pretty close. It's definitely surmounting in the next few days. And I think that's a really nice energy. It's helpful for our actions. Um, Mars is a little butthead sometimes, so it might be raining on our parade a little bit, like messing with our luck, because Jupiter's luck. But at the same time, I think if we're gonna take action and like maybe even take risks, Jupiter could be helping out and bringing luck in that forward movement and exerting ourselves um, through that Mars martial energy. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I just need to get enough sleep and yeah, not be too lazy and in a dreamy place where I'm just like floating away versus actually taking solid steps forward. I feel it. You might feel it too. So, yeah, this is our Pisces new moon. We are about to be at the spring equinox in a couple days. The sun is moving from Pisces to Aries, which starts our next 12-month cycle. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. So you likely are feeling some fresh start energy. I recommend and encourage doing something for the spring equinox that is significant to you, something that is memorable for you. One, to celebrate the change in season, but also to remember this moment so you can look back in a few months and remember, oh, yeah, that's where I started my cycle of the year. We have the Gregorian calendar that says the new year starts in December, or like as we go from December to January. In astrology, this is the new year. So you don't have to do like a New Year's ritual because it is a different kind of energy and time. But I would say, like, think of this as the beginning and like set some goals, set some intentions that have that in mind of, okay, this next year for me. This is really where I start and take action. Maybe you set some goals in December and January. Like, this is where you actually have the spring energy, the life force energy to make shiz happen. So set those intentions and hit the ground running. This, I like to set New Year's intentions and kind of let them marinate for a little bit. I might start on some, but the way I'm focusing on this is I want to really get it in action now, like write a plan and follow that plan. So that's what I suggest for you if that feels right and seems helpful for what you want to accomplish and where you want to put your attention and energy moving into these next few weeks. Definitely encourage it. I think that's all I want to say. I keep looking at the chart, like, is there anything else? Any last words? Um, geez, well, my last words, I guess, and it actually works. Like, last words, it's kind of dark. Um, Pluto and Saturn are about to be sextile, and those are kind of like our dark, deathly planets to a degree. Um, I don't think it's bad. I'm not saying that this is like an energy where you should be worried. But there is a connection between Pluto and Saturn. Would you look at that? Mercury retrograde, cutting me off. Who would have thought? Well, on that note, right as I'm saying some kind of heavy stuff, let's just wrap it up and say Pluto and Saturn together. What I'm feeling from this is that space I was talking about that gets opened up from some kind of death or ending. I feel like this Pluto Saturn is like making that present. We're feeling that gap, we're feeling that space, and we're present to whatever is dead or deathly toxic. It's in our view. It's not something that is just tucked away and hidden for right now. I'm thinking this is a thing that we can look at and work with, and it's present in our reality. And that's not bad. That's not good. That just is what it is. So I will say that those planets are kind of strong in this new moon, and we're going to do our best. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep flowing. It's a new moon in Pisces. We love it. We love the flow, the holy flow. Make the most out of it. Enjoy it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.